Hello, my friends. Katie Day with the Moving to Texas team at Coldwell Banker. I'm here today with Megan Eddings, a good friend of mine that I met through the Houston fitness community a few years ago. And she has recently launched Excel Lifestyle. So tell us a little bit about how this all came about.
Yeah, so basically recently launched men's line in May, and we just launched the female line, but I've been working on it for about 3.5 years, and it kind of all started with the Stinky t-shirt. So I majored in chemistry, and he and I basically got married, started living together. He was doing CrossFit super early in the morning, and I was washing his clothes. And we all know that
That's
gross
kind.
smell. Yeah, from workout clothes, so thank you, husband. And the clothes, specifically the shirts, smelled kind of that musty mildew. I mean, you know the smell.
Yeah,
You work out,
yeah.
and you can't get that smell out no matter how hard you try. And so the problem of stinky gym clothes just bothered me so much that I said, well, what would it take to, invent fabric that doesn't stink? Like, it can't be that hard. Well, basically thoughts, a lot of Google, a lot of research, an awesome team on the East Coast. Basically, I invented the fabric. It's called Prima. It's anti-stink. It's 100% sourced and made here in the States, and patent pending in 120 countries.
That's a lot of countries.
It is. Yeah, so there's definitely been quite a few challenges along the way. I mean, we all look at Instagram and, videos and stuff, and you read these positive quotes, keep going for it, crush goals and all that, and that's awesome. But the behind the scenes, I'm usually not wearing makeup. I'm usually in my comfy robe, ponytail up here somewhere, just slaying on the computer. But there's definitely been a lot of challenges. I had a factory that was making my sample fabric a couple of years ago, and they threatened to sell my fabric. So I actually had to hire a litigation attorney here in Houston to handle the situation up in New Jersey. So we won that case. They weren't allowed to sell the fabric. So the fact that I had to hire an attorney,
so early on, right?
to protect, I guess, the proprietary fabric was great and not so great.
Yeah.
It was great because I'm like, oh, must be on something pretty
you have a good idea.
But not so great because I didn't really have money set aside to be handling legal issues so soon. But it all got worked out. And another challenge was thinking I would save some money and save some time and hire people that maybe don't have as much experience in a certain avenue of the company. Well, what I found was that the product wasn't really on par with what I was looking for, so I had to spend more money and more time to find a better solution.
One of those you get what you pay for type things.
100%.
So the shirt that you're wearing right now has the American flag on it. I like that a lot. That was a more recent design, right?
Yeah. So this flag is called Stars, Stripes, and Stance, and it means so much to me because everything for Excel Lifestyle is sourced and made right here in the States. Every fiber, every thread, every stitch, every sewing is right here in the States. And that was important to me because I didn't want to have anything produced in a sweatshop.
Yep.
And I knew if it was made here in the States, I could personally hop on a plane and go visit all the factories, get a tour of the factory floor. So the flag basically means, American pride and done correctly, no sweatshops.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Thank you.
I know that you have other patterns and things like that. So tell me a little bit more about some of the patterns and, maybe phrases on the shirts or things like that.
So we launched with 6 styles total, 2 for men and 4 for women. The funny thing is this is actually a men's t-shirt.
Yeah.
So even though it's in men's, I wear it all the time. And so you can kind of cross over. It's whatever you want to do. So basically there's t-shirts for now, either in black or white. And a lot of them either have the flag graphic or an Excel Lifestyle graphic. What we did for the Kickstarter backers, we did a Kickstarter campaign last summer, is we launched a few positive quotes so people reading the shirts would feel inspired about the quotes.
Yeah.
You are beautiful, you are enough, actually you can, and you do you. So we haven't launched with any of those quotes, but stay tuned. We're going to be doing exclusive releases or drops, if you will, with those inspiring quotes.
Awesome. And I've been seeing them on Instagram, so I'm like, where do I find them? And now I hear the inside scoop. So
The inside scoop. There you go. Hear it here first.
Yeah. So I know that when we first met, obviously you told me about wanting to keep everything in the States, wanting to keep it, environmentally friendly, obviously people friendly, right? No sweatshops, things like that. What else is cool or unique about Excel?
Yeah, so we're trying to start a movement for positive change. So like you just said, the clothes are made here, sweatshop free, but also the packaging. So when someone buys Excel Lifestyle, there's 0 plastic in the packaging. We all know now when you buy something online, it comes in that clear plastic bag that's inside the packaging. Everything's 100% biodegradable and recyclable and 0 plastic in our shipping. That was really important to Excel Lifestyle, myself, and our company's mission.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Well, the shirts are so awesome. And obviously, I'm sure people will ask you all the time, like, what's next or what other products are you going to do? What have you guys thought about doing? Anything outside of tanks?
Absolutely. So even though we're starting with shirts, we have plans to have a full fitness apparel line. Think yoga pants with an antibacterial liner, compression shorts underneath, regular shorts. I mean, socks, obviously socks stink. So now that I know the science behind it, I can, develop socks that don't smell. So we want to take this Excel lifestyle worldwide. So we don't know what our next, actually, no, we do know our next product, sweatshirts. We're actually coming out with sweatshirts soon in the late fall for men and women. And it's organic cotton, recycled polyester, and 100% made here in the States.
That's awesome. That's great.
Thank you.
Very cool. So if someone wants to purchase Excel or follow you on social media, where would they find you?
Yeah, so you can find us pretty much hopefully everywhere. But the main places are our website is www.accelllifestyle.com. We're kind of active on Instagram. It's just Excel Lifestyle, all lowercase. And that's pretty much it. But pretty much our website, accelllifestyle.com, is the primary place.
Well, Megan, thank you so much for your time. Always great to learn more about Excel, so I appreciate it. And if you guys are looking for an Excel Lifestyle t-shirt, excellifestyle.com.
Thank you so much, Katie. It's been a blast.